Hello guys, hi, this is Chad from the Colombo Football Club Fan Talk Show. Today we are going to cover up topics regarding the Sri Lanka Nepal game and also the preview for Sri Lanka India match. So without further ado, let's go to the show. You are watching Colombo Football Club Fan Talk. So, folks, let's talk about the Sri Lanka versus Nepal game. My word, that was one of the best games that I have witnessed in a very long time. That Sri Lanka played end to end, back to back. It was full on attacking football from Sri Lanka from the first whistle till the 95th minute, end to end. Starting off, Sri Lanka started off quite well, with attacking football, which surprised Nepal in the half, because we were more of their territory in terms of attacking and taking on the ball. However, they did get the chance of scoring. Bista did got a chance scoring for Nepal in the 30th minute. However, the best thought was that Sri Lanka did not give up. We came back to the game. We did perform to a maximum throughout this half. There were a few areas which to be commended. Of course, we were playing without our main man in defense. However, the ball distribution from the middle was not as expected, or what not provided to the forwards. Dylan and Wasim, they all were in the other territory. They all used their spaces. They did take the ball in. However, there were opportunities that we could have possibly taken at a point where could have been leading in the game, but unfortunately it was not the case. Mervin's thunderbolt was one of the best goals in Sri Lankan history, since we haven't had got opportunity to score much goals. In fact, the last 4 goals scored for Sri Lanka in the year is from Wasim and Dylan and Mervin subsequently. In terms of defense, it was a bit disappointing results, because we were not up to the standard when it comes to defense. We were not organized. There were quite a lot of spaces and gaps opened up where I see all the 3 goals scored by Nepal. In fact, 2 goals I would say was unfortunate, but unfortunately Sujan could not stop them. But Sujan's efforts were commendable throughout the game. However, the 3rd goal is something that we were on their territory, and they did just choose one counter, and then they were able to were able to score from that counter as well. Nevertheless, 3-2 was was the full-time result, and I am, of course, as a fan, I know you guys also would have been really thrilled to see the gutsy and the energetic performance by Sri Lankans against a high-ranked Nepal team. And I'm seeing that this as an opportunity and as a face of Sri Lanka improving, and we will be eventually in the winning ways pretty soon. So what's next? We are playing India. India, of course, is the most successful Southeast nation at the moment. Even if you consider FIFA rankings, they are in the 106th, well ahead of us, and quite a lot of investment being done. One of the nations who treat football as who are a sleeping giant, considered in the world football that they are a sleeping giant. Tomorrow against us, of course, they did start off in a wrong foot, where they eventually were dominating against Bangladesh, but Bangladesh bounced back with 10 men and of course this is sort of a wound to India, because they wanted to start off with a brilliant start first half, but they ended up only getting 1 point out of 3. They will definitely come into for a win against Sri Lanka, whereas Sri Lanka is also looking for the first win in this tournament. The players for us to look at is I would say they have a mixed blend in terms of captain Sunil Chhetri. He is one of the prolific strikers in the world as well as in the region. He will be someone who we definitely need to watch out for, and also there are goalkeeper Gurpreet Singh, who is Gurpreet Singh Chandu. He is the goalkeeper for Bengaluru FC in ISL, and also has experience playing in the Europa League as well. So we have to watch out for him. He's one of a promising players from the Indian lineup for tomorrow. Youngsters such as Udanta and Liston Kalikao, Chandrasena and Anirudh Thapa, and of course Brendan is another player that we will have to watch out when in terms of because they have been experienced playing in ISL, and they've been playing along with the Brazilians, Argentinians, all sort of superstars playing in their league. So they have that exposure, and of course in their day they will be a very scary team. But since that they have started off in a wrong foot, I would say we should be playing the same momentum which we had against Nepal. I have a belief that we will be able to bounce back. Good news for Sri Lanka is that we will have Piyush Dixon coming back to Sri Lanka's lineups, and this will be settling our nerves in terms of our back. I'm pretty excited for tomorrow's game, since it's a 4:30 kickoff, which is our second 4:30 kickoff, and this is also India's last 4:30 kickoff in this campaign. The next two games India will be playing under lights, and I'm pretty sure they will take the maximum from this game, and of course from them to take on Sri Lanka. Of course will play for pride. We are already out of the tournament with the contingent of the SAP Championship. We will be no longer eligible to play in the final, but let's hope for the best. Let's take positives out of this tournament, and of course let's focus on what's coming to Sri Lanka. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Speak to you guys soon. Until then, take care. Bye bye.